Hey, I'm Total, the best fisher of all time. Today, the victim is Goppy, and the person who makes his living off of them, Bob. So, for those who don't know, Bob's Pond is a place in Route 8 or by the UMV that specializes in offering a fun fishing experience with different variations of Goppy. How could something like that be anything but innocent, right? Well, people say the same thing about me, but here we are. To cut to the chase, I think Bob did something to these Goppies to get more money. To start off, let's check the basics. Bob is short for Bobbin, as shown by the Game Pass, and Bobbin is a developer. But we're going to ignore that, because it's not completely relevant. It's operated in Route 8, and it's open 25 hours a day. So, good for it? But what's the point? Well, that's not all that I found. So, for one, let's look at the fun Loomian book entry for Arapago Goppy's Evolution. It reads that A scales are highly coveted by collectors. While some colors are worth more than others, their shine weighs in on their value. The entire entry in general interested me. For one, A's scales are highly coveted. It doesn't matter by who, but the fact is that by making new colors of A, ones that can only be found in his pond, Bob just made a monopoly. Same with the colors thing. And the shine thing needs a little more context. For those who don't know, Tier 5 Goppies can have this thing known as a radiant aura. It's basically a little cloud of lightning, galaxy dust, or flying gems that surround the Goppy. I took shine as meaning that, because if the radiant effect applies to their scales after their harvest, cut off, whatever, then Bob over here, he's going to be making the big bucks. But how do we know he's doing something to these Loomians? For one, they're completely unique. That fact is oddly emphasized for some reason. One NPC says that it's, quote, it's the only place in the world where you can find this many colorful variations of Goppy. And another says, quote, there are so many differently colored variations of Goppy that can only be found in this spot. Only in that spot, huh? Why? Why shouldn't they be able to be found naturally? And not only does Bob have a monopoly on these strange Goppies, but it's a complete monopoly too? I mean, of course it could be marketing propaganda, but I'm going to take their word for it for now. Also, think of how many different variations there are. Or don't, because good for you, you don't have to count them because I did. There's 39. What does this tell us? Not only does Bob have a complete monopoly on these Goppies, he's a good salesperson too. It's a much better marketing strategy to categorize this many Loomians by tiers in rarity, as to make an artificial value right from the start. If he just sold all of them at once for the same price, he'd have inflation for the scales and a missed opportunity for making extra money, because no way they're gonna say that tier 5s are rarer if he just sells them on the same level as the common ones, right? And instead of selling the scales directly, he sells the bait to catch them instead, making it purposefully harder to get those rarer Goppies. But what's the big picture? For one, he's basically scamming us. It's like repainting a raccoon and then selling us a special kind of trash to make it possible to catch some quote-unquote rarer raccoons. Second, if people figure out how he's making these Goppies change colors, then the worth of an A scale will go down everywhere, except for the original Alpha and Gamma scales, because at least one of the other salespeople probably isn't as smart as Bob and will probably sell all of the tiers on the same level at once. So, there you have it. Bob isn't the kind fisher dude we thought he is, but rather a smart businessman who found some way to exploit these Goppies and their scales to make a ton of money. Well, that's just my take on it. Make sure to leave yours in the comments and subscribe. See you next time.